All right, thank you very much, Gina. Well, sadly, Arizona families are fearing the worst, yet hoping for the best after being forced from their homes due to the Goodwin fire. Firefighters are working around the clock to try to build containment around this raging fire. Yesterday, we learned that some buildings were lost or damaged, but fire officials couldn't give us details because they haven't been able to get in there and assess all that damage.
We want to head back out to Scott this morning near the fire lines. I know more evacuation notices were issued yesterday, and you had a chance to talk to some of these people who had to leave in just within minutes is all they had to get whatever they could, and also some of the firefighters.
Yeah, as far as the evacuees, it's so sad. I mean, they're being told to just get out of their homes, and so they're, doing whatever they can to fill up their cars and get out of there, and a lot of them really don't have a place to go, but thank goodness the Red Cross has set up a shelter at the high school, so we'll show you that story in a little bit. But do want to take you inside the firefighter camp here. It's kind of like a mini city that they have set up behind us, because there are about 1,000 firefighters from all over the Southwest, in addition to all the law enforcement and everybody that's needed for this fire, for the fight. So here's what's going on inside there.
With firefighters from all over the Southwest putting their lives on the line to save our beautiful forest, it's important that they're well taken care of while not on the front lines. Their camp has been turned into a small city, supplies being stacked up to take care of hundreds of firefighters as long as they're needed here. Firefighter Justin Gonzalez is here from California and says this is tough, dangerous work.
The terrain is pretty steep. The fight out there is pretty high intense of fire burning, but I mean, we're doing what we can to stop it, and it's hot, it's dry, and the RHs are down, so that's why you get the extreme fire behavior. And
for people who are sitting home watching this on TV, how difficult of a job is this?
It could be difficult at times. You're away from family, you're away from your friends, away from your, where you live, but at the same time you feel grateful because you're helping others, different state, different country, or just different residents, and we do what we can, but at times it's hard, but that's our job. So
I know it's a dangerous job, obviously. Is that always on the back of your mind, or do you not think about that?
We think about it all the time, so it's always safety is a priority, but there's times that you can get dangerous, and we think about it, but we try not to think about it because it conflicts in our job, and once we start thinking about that, we lose focus on what we're doing mission. So, we take it into consideration, but we try to get the job done as safe as possible.
And it's not just the firefighters working hard. This water truck, for instance, is here from Phoenix.
We're a tactical water tender. We're hauling water to the front line, the firefighting operations, and then we transfer our water into the fire trucks that are actually fighting the fire.
And you come up from Phoenix. How big of a job is that?
It's a tremendous job. I mean, without all of us, we couldn't be doing what we're doing.
There is no doubt fighting a monster like the Goodwin fire takes a huge team and a lot of long, hard hours.
16 hours we're working, and we get 8 hours off, so we get like a 2-to-1 ratio, and it's enough for us to recover, recuperate, and go out there and do our job.
That's right. He said 16 hours on fighting the Goodwin fire and then 8 hours off. So big hats off to all the firefighters who are working so hard in such dangerous conditions. We mentioned that 69 was closed from the 169 junction over to I-17, and that of course includes the town of Mayer and a lot of small communities through there. They have all been evacuated, so for them, they do have places to go, one of which is Bradshaw High School. The Red Cross has set up a shelter there, and there are about 60 families there or so, or should we say 60 people, and a lot of the people, of course, showing up with whatever they could put into their cars or their trucks because they just had minutes to leave their homes, including Jay and Alex Gardner. They had to get out of their home in Blue Hills, and they found a place for their pets, but they are now waiting things out at the shelter.
We packed whatever we could, put it in the van, and left. I mean, all the important stuff, but when you look around, it's all important. It's your whole life in there. What do you take? What do you leave?
You don't have time to get a U-Haul and go pack everything, so you just have to take pictures and whatever is important to you.
So the Red Cross is providing those folks cots to sleep on and towels and blankets and things like that. And of course, food. When we were there yesterday, they were all eating pizza and they said the food was excellent. And then in another building there, we can't forget about the pets. Everybody has pets, obviously dogs, cats. They're even housing chickens, Javier and Tess. Anything that people have, they took with them. So we're going to bring you this story in a little while. You wouldn't believe the amount of animal food and shelters and crates that people are donating. And they're pulling up with their cars and trucks, offering any help they can. It's just amazing to see that part of the story. So we'll bring you that in just a little while.